Alright, I think we're going to skip the old, what is this, Solomon Islands, SO, the Solomon Islands, what is this? Yeah, Solomons. We're going to hold off on this. We got task forces down here that are beefed up, ready to go. I want to move a task force. Can I only move one? Select one home base containing, well, no, redeploy a task force. Select one home base containing a U.S. Navy task force, then move all any of those one adjacent home base. So I'll be moving him over to Pearl, which is great because Task Force 11 only contains one battle group, and that's the Yorktown. And she wants to go back because her planes got totally eliminated in that last battle. So she needs to get refitted and maybe just reorganized. There's another task force in there, 44, which has got, two carriers. Wow. And that's on Midway, and the Midway route is active, so I'm thinking about doing that instead of launching air operations against the 1st Carrier Strike Force. Now, you can see here, I got the U.S. controlled here because, here on the old Solomons, they got the carriers all around the islands, and they eliminated the coastal defense unit, but they've yet to invade or put troops on there. I think in this new optional rules, that's what they got to do. You got to do land units, so we still have it as a technically U.S. controlled. Now we can, on this turn, launch operations against that to get it uncontrolled. Like I said, I learned in the last game, this is key, but right now I want to move Task Force 11. We're moving him over to Pearl, so they'll take care of our operations. Also, what was I going to say? C11.0 determine if you must pick an incident card. Alright, you only pick an incident card if you use your operation, so let's find out real quick if we qualify. I don't think we do. 11.0, 11.0, 11.0, too far. Too far, too little. Okay, hold on a second. Where's 11.0? 10.0, 11.0. Turkey must pick during the Imperial Japanese movement phase and during the U.S. Navy G3 operation in which you are conducting naval operations, you must randomly pick one incident marker from the incident marker pool. Pick a marker after all task forces once during each of the above segments on the active route have moved. We did move a task force. Oh, that sucks. On the active route have moved, implement the result immediately. Huh. Let me read this again real quick and make sure we're good, because I thought if I didn't move my fleet, well, I may have moved my fleet, so just hold on a second. Okay. Alright, I think I got a caveat here. I was right. You must randomly pick in which you are conducting a naval operation, you must randomly pick one incident marker from the incident marker pool. Pick the marker after all task forces once during each of the above segments on an active route have moved. This is the active route. This is not, and he moved from a non-active route, so I think I can get away from getting one of those wild cards. So that's the key. We won't be picking one of those right there. Alright, now what we gotta do? It will be going over here to the U.S. Navy Operations segment. Oh, we already did that. I'm behind. We're going to logistics. Oh, what is logistics? Oh, let me see here. Okay, repair damaged naval units. Repair damaged naval aircraft, which we don't have. No damaged units. We don't have anything damaged. Repair damaged land attack craft. We have eliminated. Repair damage. So nothing damaged here. So we won't be using that. That'll be it. Down to administrative phase, which we flip everything over to its unspotted side, except him. Always spotted when they're in a little Imperial Japanese Navy objective space. Alright, that'll be it. this marker here goes over here. We will now implement the, what do we call that again? Victory Spirit. We'll be checking this out together. I'm going to take a little break, and we'll be back with the Victory Spirit turned. See what happens now. During this, if the die roll requirements are met, he can get back some of these operations, which extends the game, which is cool. But he gets to redo some of these, and he has like maximum capacity of getting 4 of them. But during this next turn of ours, we are going to ignore all the Japanese operations, and we'll go straight to U.S. operations. So I got this task force here ready to be reorganized. We can't do nothing right now, but we might be able to launch us some operations and try to get them out of our space there. We'll be right back. More Midway Solitaire, full rules. Don't know why that one video got 200 views on it. I don't know if somebody mentioned me somewhere or it was just an illustration or what, but yeah, we're back to our 10 views. So we'll be back. Alright then, time to resolve some Victory Spirit. We will total the number of U.S. Navy carriers and battleships in the U.S. Navy carrier eliminated units and damaged units display. This is probably would have been better if this was later in the game when more units were destroyed instead of earlier in the game, but we'll deal with it as it is. We'll roll 1 die. Alright. Let me see. Eliminated and damaged. So we don't have anybody in eliminated or damaged, so we are looking at the U.S. Navy's displays. None of the eliminated, none of the damage. We're looking for carriers or battleships. Now we want to roll a die, and if the result is less than above total, randomly pick. Well, it can't be less because it's 0. So we will not be picking 2 Imperial Japanese Navy markers, so that helps us out. Not having anybody in there definitely helps us out. So what they're trying to incorporate here is the morale of the Japanese would have really been up if they would have sunk one of our carriers or battleships already, and they would have been able to redeploy, maybe is the word I'm looking for, or reoperated one of their operations with their Victory Spirit is what this is trying to represent. All right, now we'll come down here. Total number of Imperial Japanese Navy carriers, light carriers, and battleships in the Imperial Japanese Navy eliminated units and damage display. Again, nothing but planes. Roll 1 die. If the result is less than the above, pick 2 more. Operations markers won't work because nothing's been damaged, so we get out of that one. All right, so now these all stay put, and we ignore all the Imperial Japanese Navy moves, and we go straight to the U.S. Navy moves as per the continuation of the Victory Spirit. Continues over in the next column. Required to add 2 markers and remove 2 markers from, yeah, you're right, you could remove them. Place the Victory Spirit marker. Is Spirit permanently out of play. The remaining segments of the Imperial Japanese Navy phases are skipped. Conduct all segments of the U.S. Navy and administrative phases. All right. What is this? It is possible that you could be required to add 2 markers and remove 2 markers. Why would you remove? There's just roll in there. Replace somebody. Oh, I see. Well, hold on a second here. Total number, or just hold on. We might have did that wrong. I noticed that when it says possible to remove. Why would you remove? Well, down here, we would have. Did we do Imperial? Total number of Imperial Japanese Navy. All right. You roll dice. If the roll is less, it can't be less than the above. So then randomly pick 2 Imperial Japanese Navy markers from the operations marker pool. Place them in the operations marker already played display. Oh, wow. Huh. From the operations marker pool. So that would have meant we would have got them out of here and put them in the already played display. Huh. And then if the result is less, so it's a 0 here. We would have had to roll a 0, so nothing happens. Nothing happens on any of them. I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you. I see what's going on here. So we'd have rolled for the U.S. Navy. They would have got 2. We rolled for them, and our morale would have been up. They would have lost 2. Alright, I see what's up. There you go on that. Alright, when we're done here, the Imperial Japanese Navy victory spirit marker gets permanently eliminated. It don't go over here with a chance to come back. So next we're going to do the, I guess, U.S. Naval reaction phase. Oh, place the remaining segments of Imperial are skipped. Conduct all segments of the U.S. Navy and administrative. All right. Well, that is how you play the victory spirit marker. We will look for U.S. Naval reaction. All activated routes. We don't have any activated route yet. Launch. Huh. I'll figure that out real quick, but we'll be back. We might call this a video. We got some backing up videos to do, and I haven't released anything in a couple weeks. So we'll be back, and when we do, we will continue. And I get to go on the offensive. Be back. All right. Well, basically, what this is letting us do is get a chance for the U.S. or for the Japanese player to add these back into the operations pool, so he'll get to redo those operations. But also, when you'll remove the marker, and the remaining segments of the U.S. Japanese Navy phase are skipped. Huh. Okay. Are skipped. So the U.S. Navy does get a advantage here because it says the remaining segments of the Imperial Japanese Navy phase are skipped. Conduct operations for U.S. Navy and administration phases. So when we do play that marker, they might get a bunch of these back. They don't get them automatically. We have to. There's a procedure. But they could possibly get 4 of these suckers back. But when they do get all those back in the cup, I do get a chance to have an operations without interference from them. So we get like a mini offensive. So that's what that means. Coming on up. Right now we're still on the Midway route. And we are, that was just our intelligence phase. We found out about the victory banner, or victory spirit. Intelligence segment. All right, operations. So what we're gonna do for our operations, this is big. Naval operation, land-based air operation. Ooh, redeploy task force. Man, I'm telling you, we gotta get 11 back here to Pearl. That really is a bummer. Rebase air units. Man, what are we gonna do? We're gonna move. Be back. All right, then before it goes too dark or I can't read it. We have reorganized the task force. You can see here, Spruance. This is the one we put in charge. No real difference between him and Fletcher. I just picked Spruance. And you can see there, he now has the Enterprise and the Lexington with him. Enterprise has a little bit more of a capacity for squadrons than the Lexington, and a better anti-air capability. But here's what I gave to him. Now this Task Force 16 can only have 6 ships, or 6 easy for me to say, 6 I guess battle groups or formations, and an AVD 12 is an early warning. It's like an AWACS, early AWACS. It's a type of early warning destroyers. You get a bonus when it comes to the searching. I don't think it's a bonus in die roll or bonus in search range. And I upped him with I gave him the destroyers for the anti-air capability. Now there are cruisers which have a better anti-naval capability, but we went with the anti-air, figuring that the Japanese air units are going to go for those carriers. You can see down here now I did give him one of the better anti-air destroyer or cruisers too, so he's all set up. Now the only one Fletcher's left with is that second number is anti-naval, so if we can get this Task Force 17 within firing range, we could do some damage on his carrier. So that's what old Task Force 17 is. But you can see he's got a 6 capacity when it comes to ship counters or ship squadrons, and he's only got 2, so he's got a big capacity left. But that's what we're doing on this one. Oh, get you out of Zoom, I'm sorry. We thought about creating a task force, and we could do that there at Pearl. We got stuff going on all over the place, but I think this is the more prudent move. And reinforcements, we definitely got a bunch of reinforcements, especially with these new optional rules. So that is about it. Replace land aircraft. We don't have any of that eliminated. We have naval aircraft eliminated. I'll replace the coastal defense unit, which we don't have. It doesn't apply. So it's time to move the old counter. We're moving into the intelligence segment. Now, what we've been doing on this one, I think my past 4 or 5 turns is going for recon and find out what their next move is going to be. We'll look and see on this really quick. Intelligence. Oh, you may choose to conduct one of the 3 G2 actions. So G1's on this side, G2. Naval air search. Alright, we gotta see what's going on here. He's already spotted because he's on one of our spots. So we ain't really worried about that. Do we want to do anything here? We really ain't got no carriers, no way to launch anything except for land aircraft at Midway. Oh, seaplane search, signals, intelligence. All carrier strike forces on this side of the line are spotted, but we only have 1, and he's already spotted anyway, so it kind of takes care of that. Randomly pick 1 operations marker. I think I'm going to do that one again. That seems to be, a pretty good one. Our only other option I could see would be maybe to try to spot these guys. The Japanese fleets, but they're 4 hexes away. I don't see any intelligence. Single space within 2 hexes. Single space within 3 hexes. Blah, blah. So, here's that AVD. Select 1 U.S. Navy AVD destroyer, RUSN coastal defense. So he has a 3 range, but even then, no good to try to spot them. And he's down here anyway. 1, 2, 3. He can go for trying to spot that invasion force. We want to take the offensive. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and the carrier strike force is already spotted. I ain't worried about the invasion forces. Take care of that carrier strike force first. So what we will do is go for find out what their next move is going to be, what route they'll be planning next. So we got a little bit of code breaking in Japanese here. And oh, here you go. It's a good thing we pulled it because we got a certain special one. Oh, real quick there. Victory Spirit. Yeah, okay, we'll find out what happens with that. It's going to be a special operation. That's up here. That'll be our next move, so we can check that out. See what's going to happen with that. Right now. Oh, what we got? Victory Spirit. Oh, read it together. Total the number of U.S. Navy carriers in battle space. Let's set a total randomly pick 2 U.S. Navy operation markers. What? Hold on a second here. Let me read this. I'll be right back and I'll interpret it for you real quick instead of reading it. Alright, here's the way I arranged it. See if we can get the zoom in feature to help us out here. And of course, the screen on my end goes super dark where I can't even read. I mean, it's really super dark. I don't know if my battery's low or what's going on here. Let me pause this for a second here. Alright, got some time to sit down here and continue with the full optional rules version of Midway Solitaire. And where we are at is U.S. Naval Phase. And I'm coming down here and I've been looking at this. the busy summertime, and they only got a few more hours in my week to play, if I even get a chance all week to play. But tonight we get to sit down. Last week we went golfing and fishing. Didn't do much, and I'm telling you what, I paid the price all week. It's getting to the point now where I guess you get to the age where, man, it's just a lot of work to come home, unpack, and get everything ready, and then go to work, and you're always kind of a little bit off all week. So we're staying home this week, and we got a lot of chores to do at home, but yeah, we got a little bit of time to sit down. You know, the week ain't complete unless you can sit down and play a little bit of war games to just, decompress. But here we are, and like I said, we're beginning the U.S. Naval Phase, and I've been looking at this. I think I'm going to reorganize me a task force, and I think it's going to be Task Force 17 and 16. Now, I also got a choice of creating a new task force. I really don't want to do that yet. Or I was looking at recruiting a reinforcement. We got us a nice reinforcement pool there. But like I said, I think I'm going to reorganize these two task forces with these admirals. And I'm going to make one a carrier force and the other one just destroyers and cruisers. But that's what we're thinking of. And I'll be back with some more U.S. Navy moves on this. It's an early game. We only got a few chits pulled, so yeah, an early game, but real interesting with these optional rules. Gives you a little bit more realism, more replayability was the word I was looking for maybe a few episodes ago. Okay, be back. All right, we are done with the mutual return phase. And totally inconclusive battle round there. Uneventful, but we have that. It's all realistic. And we will go on now to the Imperial Japanese morale segment. Now, no carriers or battleships have been sunk, so that will be a non-applicable sequence of play. And we'll go to the Imperial Japanese logistics segment. So we'll take a little break here, and we come back. We will try to repair some units. I don't see there's anything damaged, eliminated, so this might be a non-performing phase 2. Then we'll go to the U.S. Military's reaction phase, or our operation phases. We'll see what we got going on. Getting a little bit on the late side. And I got to get up at 4:15 or 4:45. So we'll call this maybe a video. We'll drop in here in a day or so whenever I get to sit back down for a few minutes. But this is a great game. We're enjoying this. Also, we got some fall gaming conventions coming to my area. So we will be going to 2 of those. And it'll be my first gaming conventions. I'm looking forward to it. As far as Command and Colors Napoleonics, I'm still in a tournament, and I'm telling you what, I think this weekend it's coming up, and I'm giving it my all. Last time we played, I was done with a 14-hour day. I was just doing it to try to help the guys out because we had to get the tournament in, and that was bad. I mean, it was a good game considering I was wired and on going on fumes, but I'm hoping this weekend we're going to have a good game. I'm going to maybe even have me a practice round, and man, I'm going to conquer that Command and Colors. I am like 0-5 or something in that tournament, and each time I play, I haven't been 100%. It's trying to get things in, them having kids, wanting to hurry up and go. So I'm kind of looking forward to a gaming convention where the atmosphere is just everybody's there for gaming, And it's kind of a shame on this Command and Colors tournament. And maybe it's my fault for signing up for it when it was my busiest time of year. But like I post everybody, I'm off on the weekends. I can play during the weekend, so it's just maybe they're busy too. It's kind of been a little lackadaisical. But like I said, I was camping last week, and I think my opponent, he told me already that he couldn't play that last weekend anyway. So we got a Command and Colors game coming up, and I'll give you a little drop in on that. Although I do have a busy weekend around the house since I took it easy, went camping last weekend. You got to pay for that, but we'll be back with some more gaming. Stick around. Alright, you see down here on the old combat procedure, 9.1. And the first thing is combat steps, air-to-air step. Fire all units air combat factors at enemy air units. The first one up is A. Cat fighters may fire at attacking fighters and bombers. You don't have no escorts or anything. You know what? I wonder if he had escorts too. No, he just had a bomber at Wake, Northern Landcraft. But we did have some fighters there. Oh, I'm going to have to do that again. Oh, that's right. They have to be within range. Yeah, I marked out the range. Most of the fighters are out of range. So the old jet bomber going for it, out of range of any escorts. All right, so we'll be firing one die, looking for a 2 or less. So look to hit. No good. All right, next will be attacking escort intruders. None of them, like I said, are within range, but the bombers can fire at the fighters that fired on them. So that's what that little parentheses on top is. He's got an anti-air capability, but it's only return fire from his gunner bays on his Japanese bomber. So let's see what's going on. He's got a 1 or less. A 1 or less, he gets a 5. All right, nothing going on there. Oh, anti-air step, fire all ground units and naval units at combat factors and enemy air units. Looking for a 3 or less and a 1 or less. No good. Way off. Infantry unit taking some pot shots with their rifles. No good. Alright. Fire all ground unit. Oh, let me see here. Alright, fire all air units, naval combat factors, no naval units. Fire all units at eligible ground units. Air. Alright. This is where the meat comes in. The only thing is, the old bomber's only got a 1, so taking a pock shot at the coastal defense unit. 1 or less. No good. So, round of combat with nothing really going on. Let me see here. Ground ground units. Fire all naval units, naval combat strength. And then there, amphibious assault. Naval bombardment. Nope. Defensive fire. The U.S. Naval Base unit uses its ground combat fire to conduct fire against transports. Nope, no transports yet. So I believe that is it. Alright, good enough. We'll return all these people, units back to their bases, and we'll be back. Alright, hello again. Hope everybody's doing well as we get into the late summer. Everything's nice and green around here. I don't know about your part of the country, but it's been plenty of rain, and we got surprisingly cool temperatures, so I'm hoping it's not an early winter. I gotta get in while it gets good. Yeah, that'd be a shame if we shut down in October. Usually we go all the way to December, but we got a little bit of time here tonight. Give you a little update on this Midway Solitaire. And I haven't had much gaming time. I took advantage last weekend and had me a little bit of a bass fishing / golfing weekend. So that was fun. We had a busy weekend. That always takes a lot out of you, though. And on the camping part of it, just being outdoors, for days on end. Although we did have a nice little trailer with air conditioning can go into, but it was just, enjoyable to get out. That's why I don't get much time to do the wargaming thing during the nice months. I like staying outdoors, and like I said, I work a lot. But we're down here and doing a few moves here on this Midway route. Is the next route you can see over there with my little marker. Coming on up now. The Japanese really can't spot anybody. Everybody's pretty much out of range, but they were able to launch. Let me zoom in here. Nice little land aircraft from their base here at Wake. You can see here. Let me get back out of the zoom here real quick. And also, they launched some cat fighters. Now over here on Midway, we also have a cat fighter also. So we're waiting. We knew they were coming. We're waiting for them, and sure enough, they brought a little bomber in, and that'll be all we actually got on here. As a matter of fact, we're on the mutual combat phase. So let me go ahead and it says attacking objective for him, and he is on cap. All right, now there are some optional rules to deal with AAA fire, but I think that just might have to do with naval ships. Don't know if that has to do with what do they call it, coastal defense units. We will see also. Let me see here. As a matter of fact, I want to get that coastal defense unit on here. There we go. All right. Also, I think I got an infantry unit. Yep, I sure do. Whoa. He also has a. Oh no, on this one I don't have a spot for infantry, but we'll put him right here. He does have an anti-aircraft capability, so we'll roll one die, try to get a 1 or less. Alright, well, that's what's going on. We will go ahead and push this with the old battle marker, because units are in the same space after all the movement has been done. They're coming on in. This is their second turn of movement, and they still haven't got within the range of Midway, which will be good for my end because I still haven't got all my task forces over there, but I think we'll be alright. And when it comes time for the U.S. Naval Phase, we'll have to launch us something against Wake and some of the task forces that are there. We got the 4th Carrier Strike Force, the Invasion Force, and the Coastal Defense Unit, which has got a big anti-aircraft capability. You see that 4 number on top. Alright. We'll go ahead and follow the combat procedures. We'll be right back.